I'm walking out of work right now. Got out early. Look at that sunrise. What a beautiful sight. Nothing like having a whole day ahead of you. Nothing really to do. No obligations. The baby's taken care of for the day. A bunch of people in the state got corona. But hey, I don't got it. So, man, what to do? I gotta get into something. Maybe I'll go check out a 2020 F450 if I can find one anywhere. Anyway, I don't know where the day's gonna go, but see you guys at the next scene. Alright, so I'm in Dearborn right now, and I just plugged in the GPS, a dealership that's got a 2020 F450 Platinum truck for sale. So I'm gonna drive over there and see if they'll let me take a look at that truck. I don't know if they'll let me, if they'll say, you can't film the truck or whatever, but we're going to try and see what happens. So anyway, stay tuned and see you guys at the dealership. All right, just got here to Suburban Ford of Ferndale. We'll see if they let me film a F450. All right, let's go inside. All right, looking at this 2020 F450 at Suburban Ford. And it's a Platinum, and I have to say, guys, I think I am in love. Check it out. So it's an F450, so it's got the 430 gears, it's got the heavy duty tires, it's got the wide track front end, obviously the Power Stroke turbo diesel. And man, I have to say, I think I'm falling in love with the F450. Looking at the inside of the truck, we got the power deployable running boards, we got the rubber floor, the brand new Sync 3 infotainment system, and heated steering wheel. I have to say, looking at Platinums, I wasn't really necessarily in the market for a Platinum, but I will say the interior is significantly nicer on a Platinum, even compared to a Lariat. The leather is way better. I can definitely tell that the quality of leather is better when you go to a Platinum compared to a Lariat. So I have to say, I'm drawn to the Platinums a little bit, but I drove it around a bit, and I will say it is a lot more nimble than even the F250. And even though it's got dual rear wheels, when you look at down the side of the truck, you can see that the mirrors stick out significantly further than the dual E-axle. So I don't think it's going to be something where it's a lot bigger. I know a big fear with someone going to a dually is it's going to be a lot wider, and you can run into things with your dual rear wheels with the fender covers here. I don't think it's going to be an issue, just because I'm used to carrying that 8-foot plow off the front of the vehicle, and it's not going to be that big a difference going to dual rear wheels. But I have to say, the Platinum is a beautiful truck. I like the headlights, how it's got the halos here, the updated headlights for 2020, where instead of having the full halo going around the full headlight, it's just on the top and on the bottom. I think that looks better. And overall, it's just a beautiful F450. I'm definitely leaning toward this direction. And check it out, guys. Platinum. Now, I am a little bit nervous of going with this high of a trim level, just because of the type of work that I do, mowing lawns, doing landscaping type of stuff. I'm a little bit nervous that a truck this nice might not present myself as being a bargain service, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe something this nice would be a benefit in the selling process. So tell me what you think about that. But yeah, I have to say, after driving this around, I love the way the 450 feels. The gearing feels good. The 430 gearing drives really good, especially in the city. I'm guessing on the highway it's going to be a little bit different, just because of the fact that the F450 has 430 gears, and with that gearing, it's probably going to be about 2,500 engine RPM at about 80 miles an hour. But a truck this size, you really don't need to be cruising at 80 miles an hour anyway, so I think it'll be fine. This truck has pretty much everything I want. It's an 8-foot bed, It's a 430 rear gear. It's the wide track front axle, which has amazing turning radius, and it's just a phenomenal truck. And now driving it, the power and the gearing is like a match made in heaven. I know a lot of these diesels, the 6.7s, come with the gear that's more for economy, like a 3.55 is the highest you can get with the 250s and 350s with a diesel, and a lot of them come with a 3.31, which is good for the highway and keeping your RPMs down, but it's not as good for the engine. I've heard that a lot of the emission systems, like the EGR system, perform better with just a little bit more engine speed. The DEF system performs a little bit better with a little bit more engine speed. So definitely thinking about doing this. Comment below, tell me what you think. It has to happen. Prefer a silver truck, but tell me what you guys think about this truck. Should I get this Platinum F450, or should I wait and build a custom silver? I'm definitely getting a 450. It's definitely going to happen, but should I go with a silver custom built 450, or should I go with the black? All right, and just like that, I'm leaving Suburban Ford of Ferndale. Pretty good experience. I looked at a 450. I'm going to post a video of that. And just like that, we are back in the old F-150. Pretty sweet. Like the Platinum F450 a lot. That's what I looked at. But I don't know if I really want a Platinum truck. I really kind of want an XLT, but we'll see. We did the pricing and the numbers, and I can actually afford the Platinum, believe it or not. So I really should be able to afford an XLT. So anyway, we're gonna continue this vlog, and I'll see you guys at the next site. All right, back on my side of town. Just picked up some Detroit's finest, Coney Island, for lunch, and time to head somewhere to hang out so I can avoid babysitting for a little bit longer. All right, back home, and I want to talk about Old Green for a second, specifically the 2-inch lift that we put on Old Green. So we put a 2-inch lift kit on Old Green. It's a rough country lift. Put some videos of me installing that lift on the channel, but I want to talk about the use of that lift and how the utility is actually being applied. And it's really interesting. It's like, it's not a full lift kit. It's not the real 4-inch lift or 3-inch lift where you have to do any cutting or modifying of the frame. It's just a 2-inch lift. It's really a leveling kit, and it's just a strut. It's just a rough country strut. And I will say this, the rough country struts ride really good for what they are. They cost me like just over $300 for the both struts, which is a good price for what you get. I mean, a strut, it was cheaper than OEM, and it gives you that little bit of lift that you know, a lot of people like, which actually a lot of people say you can get 35s on the truck. These are right around 33. If you measure it, it's less than 33, but they're supposed to be 33s. They ride really good, you know, driving around town. They ride good. Now, are they good enough for going over jumps and things like that? Probably not. But I will say this, just going over everyday obstacles, they're really good for that. There's been a couple of times where I've been stuck in parking lots and I had to drive over the parking lot ties, the things that stop you from going too far when you park. This thing is perfect for like bouncing over those. There's a few situations where I couldn't get out of a parking lot because there was just too many cars or too much traffic, and you could just drive this over. You got big meaty tires, you don't have to worry about it, and the truck's not so big. I feel like if I was doing something like that in a Super Duty, I run the risk of breaking something on, if I drive over, the curbs in the parking lot with this truck, I might break that thing because this truck's so heavy. But, the F-150, this F-150 is not going to break nothing. Whereas if I was in my truck, my personal F-150, my 18, that is over here. I really wouldn't want to drive over much of anything in this because it does sit a little bit lower, and you know, the suspension isn't really, it's not really that much travel, you know. It's a good amount of travel, but I wouldn't recommend that. But with the old truck with the lift kit, I put it in 4-wheel drive and just bounce right over. No, not a thought, not even thinking twice. So, you know, it does have its uses. No, it's not an off-road vehicle where you can go off jumps or go mudding or anything like that. But for the snow, driving through snow, you get a lot more clearance. This old truck's got more traction than any vehicle that we have. It grips better than a 250. Grips better than Donna's truck. It grips better than my truck. And it's just the fact that because it's old, it's like whatever, throw some tires on it. You know, we got the Falcon Wild Peaks, and you really can't beat the traction that you get from an old truck. But that's all I wanted to say. The lift, you know, it's been great. The truck's been good. It's an old truck. I really want to sell it just so I can get something that's reliable and don't have the mechanical problems. I'm an OCD kind of guy. I really want everything on it to be perfect. And I really like the concept, and I honestly would do it again, but with something newer, lower miles, you know, not as many mechanical problems that it just don't make sense to fix everything. So Old Green is for sale. Anyway, I'm going to continue this vlog somewhere new. All right, guys, and that's it for the video. Finishing the day off at the park with the boy. Gonna have some fun here and just finish rest of the hours of the day hanging out with the family. So just me and the boy. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and hope to see you in the next video. Nathan, say bye. 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 All right, guys. See you guys in the next video.